do I even start with the Great Flood? As you may have noticed, the game Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker and Legend of Zelda: Phantom Hourglass and even Spirit Tracks feature a world unlike any other in the Legend of Zelda series. If you have played these games before, you travel across sea by boat, with the exception of Spirit Tracks, to find islands. But what the heck happened to Hyrule? Is this some different part of the world? No, the simple answer is, Hyrule has a lot of water on it. But how did this all happen? Well, if you've played Wind Waker before, or if you're just knowledgeable on the subject of Zelda, you may know that Hyrule was flooded so that Ganondorf or Demise could not find the Triforce. But how did it flood? Easily done. The king touched the Triforce and wished for it. The king of Hyrule did this in order to save the Triforce from being misused, so therefore killing off most of the population, the flood occurs. This flood kills off most of the Gorons, which explains why you barely see any of them. It also caused some forms of evolution to take place, making the Zora turn into the Rito and the Kokiri into the Koroks. Now yes, I bet if you are even half as nerdy as me, you have seen the meme, Hyrule is flooded, quick, evolve into birds. But I tell you the truth, Zora cannot live in salt water, with the exception of the Great Bay Zora who live in an alternate dimension. Therefore, the Zora had to get accustomed to land, and the big flappy things on their arms turn into wings. But the evolved Kokiri, I have no clue what could have caused them to change that way. I can only speculate by living in the mountains, which were now dead. They had to resort to sustaining themselves on photosynthesis or something, as the Great Deku Tree did. But that is my own speculation on the subject. Regardless, now that Hyrule is underwater, what is the same? Well, you may notice some of the locations are kind of similar, such as the Gerudo Fortress, which is in the same area that Forsaken Fortress was. You can also see that Windfall Island is over top of Castle Town, the same with Dragon Roost Island and Death Mountain, and with the Kokiri Forest and Forest Haven. This is just a little more evidence that the Wind Waker is the same world that the Ocarina of Time world is. This split in the Zelda timeline is caused by Ganondorf being sealed in the Ocarina of Time and being revived while Link isn't around, so the king wishes the Triforce would be protected, and therefore flooding the entire world. But you may notice earlier that I said Spirit Tracks was also part of this timeline split. That is because Link and Zelda, after the events of Wind Waker, search for a place to call New Hyrule. The Phantom Hourglass plays no real important role in this because it's just Link trying to find Hyrule and being set back a bit. So that is the basics of the Great Flood in the Zelda series. If you are new to this channel or if this is your first time watching, this has been Zelducation, and please leave any more suggestions down below in the comments. I'll be sure to read them because I don't get too many comments. Alright, bye.